Let's continue with our opening address, and we're very, very welcome now to welcome to the stage a member of the European Parliament. We're so delighted he has come here, taken the time to join us for this very, very special occasion. A very warm welcome to Mr. Sajjad Karim.
Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Change is a constant in history. Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, Honourable Minister, Honourable Foreign Minister, it really is good to be here in Islamabad at such a pivotal moment in world-changing events. Participating in a conference that has the potential to help set the context of future business direction and policy frameworks here. So well done to all involved. Martin Dow, Nutshell Conferences, thank you for the invitation to be here. We are witnessing a global political and technological revolution that is rapidly changing the shape and face of the rules-based international order as we know it. Some aspects of these changes are natural developments and they are visible for all to see. Others, not so. But they are gradually being implemented through constant attacks on the global institutions that have kept global stability and relative peace for us for many decades now, such as the WTO, NATO, the United Nations, and indeed the European Union. Now indeed, as the center of gravity and power shifts from the west to the east, there are different factors contributing towards this change. These factors come in the form of people resisting change and those facilitating change. And as policymakers, we have to make a call. Are we to be agents or resistors of change? In the developed world, for the most part, our citizens are the ones resisting this global change. The majority feel bewildered as their lives are changing or have changed so rapidly with the rapid pace of living in a globalized world. The demography of their immediate surroundings now leads to a rise in identity politics. Their jobs no longer guaranteed for life, and the need to reinvent themselves on average every decade through learning new skills. All of this is leading to them feeling a sense of no longer being in control and wanting to press the stop button to all of this. In the developing world, we see a direct contrast. For the masses, change cannot come soon enough. Today, citizens are demanding for their governments to genuinely serve the interests of the majority, with a demographic dividend broadly behind them and on their side, demanding revolutionary changes, but delivered in evolutionary means. They have put their policymakers on notice that they have limited time to deliver. And this is where Pakistan really becomes a very interesting country. Relations between the European Union and Pakistan have never been stronger. This is the type of change that is beneficial to all parties involved and for which we have worked for many years to strengthen. Securing initiatives like the GSP Plus trade status that Pakistan enjoys, giving vital access to the EU markets and supporting economic growth, and job creation by generating increased export revenue is one firm example of the very solid base of our relations. Equally, a pleasant surprise factor has been the increased exports, mainly for our heavy industrial plant and machinery, from the EU to Pakistan, completely unexpected. And the solid relations between the EU and Pakistan are on an upwards trajectory. We hope the forthcoming EU-Pakistan Strategic Enhancement Plan, which will further enhance the broad-based partnership and set the agenda for enhanced cooperation in the coming years, due to be signed in the very near future. For our part, we stand ready for High Representative Federica Mogherini to be in Pakistan on the 26th of March to sign the plan. We await a final sign-off from Pakistan and hope that this will be forthcoming in the coming days. The Strategic Engagement Plan is ambitious and provides a pathway to build on the mechanisms we already have in place, and some new avenues that will move our relations forward still. It reaffirms our determination to further strengthen our bilateral agreements, to build upon the GSP Plus opportunities which remain unexplored, with new business-to-business initiatives and diversification. Now, the same can be said for my country, the United Kingdom, and its relations with Pakistan, with the UK being Pakistan's gateway into the European Union, Pakistan's largest trading partner. Hopefully, this trajectory will continue. The growing importance of Pakistan to the UK and the European Union is not limited to matters of a bilateral nature. Pakistan will become an ever-important third-party link as it shares its unique knowledge of West and East. As a broker and facilitator, as the missing link between Europe and China, Pakistan and Pakistanis will be at the very heart of global politics for years to come, if they position themselves strategically. Pakistan has always had a number of unique traits that make it well suited to tie Europe and China closer together. The world situation at the moment is such that these particular traits are in high demand. President Trump is, and I do not use these words lightly, attacking the European Union, attacking the rule-based international world order, and attacking post-Cold War international order. As he continues to do so, China and Europe will find themselves pushed ever closer. In every sense of the word, if China and Europe are pushed closer together, they move closer to Pakistan. On both sides, the EU and China, we still have much to learn about one another. Pakistan stands with historical relations and an understanding of both. Indeed, throughout recorded history, Pakistan has played a crucial role in bridging the vast gap between West and East. As far back as Alexander the Great, when the Greek-speaking peoples inhabited what is today Pakistan, Pakistan's history has been intertwined with Europe's. Today, the legacy of British colonialism, the unique relationship that Pakistan holds with the UK, and its membership of the Commonwealth have shaped Pakistani diplomatic processes as Eastern nation that uniquely understands the West. And of course, Pakistan's post-independence history has resulted in 70 years of special relations with China. To those who doubt the diplomatic potential of Pakistan or think of it as an abstract concept, I might remind you that Pakistan has already used its diplomacy to change the world. In 1972, Nixon's visit to China reopened that nation to the world and changed the course of the Cold War. This visit would have been impossible if not for the Pakistani diplomats and Pakistani knowledge of both East and West. Now, Pakistan can repeat this act once again, bringing West and East closer together to bring positive change for us all. And what an exciting world that would be. Economically, from the ancient Silk Road to the modern Silk Road, Pakistan's very geographical location has ensured that when riches flow across Europe to Asia and vice versa, Pakistan can benefit. We wish for a stakeholder approach to be adopted with our companies genuinely a part of it, contributing through standards and innovation, ensuring all boats rise with the tide. In 2019, this is a manifest China-Pakistan economic corridor opportunity, an incredibly ambitious project that will provide billions in benefit for all parties involved. As I look around the room today, I can see there are many exceptional leaders here today. I don't think you need me to tell you that opportunity abounds for Pakistan. But for Pakistan and other developing economies, much of the opportunity can at the least be compromised if the international rules-based order is not preserved. Now is the time to stand and defend our international institutions, and we welcome Pakistan's position on this. The global institutions are the guarantors of prosperity, stability, and a rules-based international order. Those who seek to attack them do so not to benefit all, merely to benefit themselves. The case of the Eurasian Economic Union is a telling lesson. Economic benefits without respect for human rights, without respect for fellow nations, without respecting the rules-based international order. Now, we see this today in my country, in the United Kingdom, that as the President of the United States attacks the European Union, it dreams of a trade deal with the United Kingdom that would afford it little regulation, that would allow them to flood the UK market with substandard food products and dangerous practices simply to make a profit. And to think I almost made this entire speech without even mentioning Brexit once. But from a well-learned experience in Brussels, I know that as soon as anybody mentions the B word, it's time to exit the stage. So I will do so very soon indeed. Now, there are some who believe that Brexit is a good thing and that many Commonwealth countries will benefit from it. But the supposed benefits prove to be entirely illusory as soon as any form of proper analysis is applied to them. How can an FTA with the UK really prove to be anything other than broadly academic when existing GSP plus opportunities remain unexplored? It can't. So I finish where I started. Change is a constant in history. But today, the pace of change is now such that its effects, if not managed effectively, will very easily take us to a place where we are not only imagining the unimaginable, but actually having to face the consequences, good and bad, head on. As policymakers, we have to future-proof our legislation so it is not outpaced by tech advancements. Otherwise, today's Uber driver has nowhere to turn when driverless cars arrive. The challenges are immense, conference. The opportunities more so. From Europe's side, we stand to face both of these together with our partners in the East, And Pakistan, I'm delighted to say, has a very real role to play in that dynamic. Thank you.
And thank you so much, Mr. Sajjad Karim.